What's up, nerds? It's Pat from the Nerds You're Looking For podcast, and today I'm going to talk about whether or not I think loot crates or microtransactions similar to loot crates in video games are considered gambling. If you're not aware, if you've been living under a rock for the last few years, there has been this growing trend with video games to include some type of microtransactions. A lot of times there'll be like what are called loot crates, or if you play Madden Ultimate Team, you buy packs as well. Essentially, you buy this loot crate or this Madden Ultimate Team player pack or whatever it is, whatever game that you're playing, and you get a certain amount of items in return. However, the game doesn't dictate a lot of times what you're going to get in return. So a lot of times, and I've done this a lot in Call of Duty or Madden or a lot of these other games that have similar systems where I'll get duplicates. A lot of the common items you get a lot of duplicates for. And this became a hot button issue recently for many reasons. You hear a lot of stories about kids, because a lot of times the people that play these games are little kids and they don't understand the value of money yet. And so they will just continue spending more and more money for these skins, these loot crates, these Madden Ultimate Team packs. FIFA, I know, has a similar system to Madden Ultimate Team. And you hear these stories. One article that I read was a guy was literally disowned from his family. He was a teenager. He was working a minimum wage job, and he accrued $19,000 worth of debt just running up in a particular game. I don't remember what game it was, just running up his tally for these loot crates. And of course, the game that was kind of the biggest offender that really took this story to the whole new level, of course, is EA's attempt at a new Star Wars Battlefront game last year in Battlefront 2. And the backlash against that game was so severe that EA finally decided to take out some of their microtransactions for a while. I think since then that they've put them back in, but that felt like a minor victory for gamers. It kind of showed us that if we band together, we can stop this evil empire that is EA from screwing us over. So I thought that this discussion was going to kind of go away, but unfortunately, it became part of the news again because this asshat, the CEO of EA, a guy named Andrew Wilson, was asked in an interview recently, and I'm not going to read exactly what he said. I'll just kind of paraphrase what he said, but he was basically asked if he thought that loot crates or microtransactions similar to loot crates, whatever you want to call them, were considered gambling. Because there's this debate, and I know that several other countries have weighed in on this. I think New Zealand said that it wasn't gambling. I think Belgium said that it might be gambling. Like, there's been a huge debate around this. And of course, the CEO of this evil corporation, EA, is going to say no. He said no, essentially, in this interview. And the reasoning he said no, he gave basically a two-part reasoning to why he thought that loot crates weren't gambling. His first point was that you're guaranteed something in return. And yes, that is factually correct. And two, they don't allow you to cash out. So it's not like you can turn your Madden cards, your Madden Ultimate Team cards, into real cash. At least they don't allow you to. I know I've heard some back alley deals on the interwebs that allow you to do certain things, but they don't allow that in the game. And if you get caught doing that, there can be some penalties. And I have two problems with this. First of all, loot crates are a form of gambling. They might not be hardcore gambling, but they definitely are gambling adjacent. And to say that they're not gambling because you get something in return is stupid. You're basically arguing semantics at that point. Take Madden Ultimate Team. So there are certain packs in Madden Ultimate Team where you're guaranteed that you're going to get an elite player, 2 golds, 2 silvers, whatever. I'm just bullshitting at this point just to make a point. I refuse to spend actual money on this, so I go through all of the challenges and unlock coins, and it's pretty expensive to buy one of these packs with just coins. I finally unlock enough coins to buy this pack, and I open it, and it's an elite that I've had before, or it's an elite that is at a position that I don't really need. And the golds are kind of shitty, and the silvers are kind of useless in Madden Ultimate Team anyways. You basically get to a point in that game where if you're over 75 overall, you're not really using silvers anyways. But that's not the point. Yes, you can sell the elite in the auction block for coins, a lot of times not even enough to buy another elite pack. So how is that not gambling? I'm gambling that I'm going to spend my coins, even though they're virtual currency and they're not real currency. I'm still spending some form of currency to buy this pack, and I may not get what I want. Yes, technically I'm getting something, but it's not something that I need or can use. So I feel like you're just arguing semantics there. And my second problem is that if you work for EA, you automatically are disqualified from talking about this. For those that don't know me personally, and maybe this is a little too deep for a video game conversation, but I am a straight, white, middle-aged man. But I have a very strong philosophy that I stick to, which is live and let live. That's something that I truly believe in. But I also understand that I have a certain perspective because of who I am. So when the conversation steers to, if there's a music video or something like that, oh, is this racist? Or is this, somebody said something, is that homophobic? Or is that sexist? I don't feel like I should be the one to say anything, because of who I am. I can have my opinion about those things, and I certainly do, but I'm not going to go out in public and say, yes, this is racist, or no, this isn't racist, or whatever. The reason I say that is because if you're the CEO of the company that is literally the example that people bring up when they talk about loot crates and microtransactions in video games, you are literally the boss of the worst offender when it comes to this stuff. You keep your fucking mouth shut. Seriously, dude. You're a douchebag, and keep your fucking mouth shut. You can have your opinion, but you keep your mouth shut about this. But that's just my humble opinion. If you nerds have a different opinion and want to let me know, I always welcome that. Leave a comment below. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did and you haven't subscribed already, definitely do that. That helps me out a lot. I really, really appreciate it. It makes my heart feel good when that number goes up a little bit. And of course, you can smash that like button as well. And as always, I will put all the links to everything else that we do, including the podcast and Nerd You're Looking For, in the video description below. For Patrick Kuhn, I am the Nerd You're Looking For. Take it easy, guys.